What is going on, guys? Josiah LaRue here, and today we're taking a look at the Aomais Sport 2 waterproof Bluetooth speaker. So let's do this. So yeah, guys, today we're taking a look at a Bluetooth speaker that has NFC, waterproof, and a 10-hour battery life. So let's go ahead and look at the box and see what's inside. So now let's go ahead and unbox this thing and take a look and see what's inside. So you can see the box, IPX7 waterproof, Aomais Sport 2 waterproof portable Bluetooth speaker. On the back, NFC One Touch connective setup, Bluetooth, 33-foot range, hands-free speakerphone, volume controls, rechargeable battery, IPX7 waterproof, and you can find them on social media. So let's go ahead and look that up and see what's inside. Ta-da! There's the speaker. Set that aside. They also have a little guide. Not working. Contact our support team. A orange micro USB cable. And a waterproof floaty, as well as a aux cord, also in orange. On the back here it has like a little handle, so you can put it on it. Kind of cool. So that is everything you get in the box with the Aomais Sport 2 waterproof Bluetooth speaker. So let's go ahead and take a look at the outside of this thing and see what all it has. So on top here it has the volume up, volume down, end call, and power button, and then on the bottom you have forward, backwards, forwards, play, and power again, and then of course the LEDs for power, charging, and Bluetooth connectivity. So the way that this thing works is volume are single presses, down and up, and then if you want to skip, you push and hold, as well as if you want to answer the call, push and hold there, and end the call as a single press. Power, push and hold for 3 seconds turns on, push it, hold again, and turns off.
Powering on. Ready to pair. Paired. Powering off.
Coming on to the side, it has a port that you got to pull a little bit to get out, but it is covering the port, so it is waterproof. You have your aux cord and your charging port. Again, push it down and make sure it seals if you want that waterproof seal. And on the bottom, it actually has a standard tripod mount, so you could mount it on a tripod that uses the standard threading. Nothing on that side, so that's about it. So this is the Aomais Sport 2 waterproof Bluetooth speaker. Aomais claims this thing is waterproof with an IPX7 rating, which means it's waterproof to 1 meter for 30 minutes, or if you just chuck it in water and pull it back out, it'll be absolutely fine. There's things like the Apple Watch, the iPhone 7, stuff like that that have this rating, which is really awesome. I have not like completely submerged it, but I've definitely gotten it wet. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. So it's great to know that I have a rugged Bluetooth speaker that can keep up with me, whether it's in rain, dust, dirt, snow, whatever, and it'll still keep working, which is awesome. The speakers are rated at 20 watts, and from what they sound like, I would not necessarily doubt it. They are very loud, but not in a bad way. Like, they just produce a lot of sound for their size. There's a left and right speaker here, and then I don't know if it's a true subwoofer on the back, but the bass is very strong coming out of the back grill, so that's pretty awesome. They also have the ability where if you connect a second one via Bluetooth, it will actually split it, so one speaker will be left channel and the other speaker will be right channel audio for 40 watts of virtual surround sound wireless listening. So that's another really cool feature. They brag on its durability and toughness and ruggedness. I would say so. I mean, this thing is not necessarily lightweight, not in a bad way, but it's definitely more beefy than most Bluetooth speakers I've seen of this size. But it's got nice grips, nice rubber around the outside, and you can toss this thing around a little bit, no problems whatsoever. It's, again, great to have a ruggedized speaker that can keep up with me, whatever I'm doing. And finally, battery life. They claim that it has 10 hours of battery life listening at 50% volume. I haven't ever gotten to 10 hours, but generally 6 to 8 because I like to crank it up a little bit more because this thing can definitely deliver. So it has a very good battery life, decently so for its size. Connectivity wise, it has Bluetooth, NFC for touch connection, otherwise you can just traditionally pair it with Bluetooth 4.0, as well as having the USB and for charging and an aux cord for audio out. So let's go ahead and talk about my thoughts on the Aomais Sport 2. I was looking for a replacement Bluetooth speaker. The one I had ended up dying, so I was looking for one that would be a great fit. I was looking for something that was going to be decently well built, waterproof, and had a good battery life. So I went ahead and looked on Amazon and Dealkinja, and this thing came up, and it came with some pretty good ratings, so I was like, why not give it a try and see what it's all about? So I went ahead and bought this thing. I've been using it for the last couple of weeks, so let's talk about my thoughts on this thing. First of all, waterproofness. Again, I haven't necessarily done a full submersion test. I'm still slightly leery of it. I mean, I know that it's rated on that, but I'm not going to necessarily be just throwing my electronics in water. But I have gotten it wet. I've had it in the shower with me, just listening to music. I've had it around sinks and outside and stuff. And just getting it damp or wet or even some water inside the grill, absolutely no problems whatsoever. So that's been really awesome. Battery life, like I said, 6 to 8 hours generally is what I'm listening to, maybe 9. Not quite the 10, but again, I like to crank it up. And let's talk about audio. Geez, this thing is nice. I can have it just anywhere on the main floor of my house, and I can hear it just about anywhere at about probably 75% volume, which is awesome. It will really boost your volume coming out of whatever audio source you have to what this thing has. Controls are very nice. Simple left click and right click on the buttons right here will turn the volume up and down, and then push and hold to toggle forward or backward on the track controls. Easy to use, pretty tactile, so even if you can't see it, like if you're in the shower and you just want to change the volume or whatever, I listen to music in the shower. I like to do that. But anyways, it's very easy to use. So what about overall sound? Sound signature is actually surprisingly good on this thing. Mids are great. Highs are good unless you really crank it, then you start to lose the clarity, but they're still there. Bass is super punchy for what this thing is. Again, it gets a little bit muddled. It's not the clearest, but this is a off-brand Bluetooth speaker, but it still provides some very good sound signatures. I'm going to go ahead and play a couple clips here of some classicals with highs, some regular stuff, and then some top 40 or pop type stuff that I like to listen to that just has a good bass and a good punch and a good mid-range. So let's go ahead and listen to some clips. So overall, I've been really impressed with this thing. It's not necessarily the lightest weight, but it offers durability, ruggedness, great sound signature, good battery life, and waterproofness, so I can take this wherever, whenever I want, and listen to tunes for a decent amount of time. The tripod mount on the bottom of this is a very interesting inclusion. I guess if you wanted to mount this thing somewhere, you could go ahead and do that, or just put it on a tripod, as you can see here. So what are my final thoughts on this thing? So for $40 US, which is what I ended up buying it for, I'm going to include a link in the description down below for you to check out the current price on this thing. I was actually decently surprised. I wasn't sure what I was going to be getting. You know, some people claim waterproofness or ruggedness or good sound signature, but they're not really. Aomais, I've never heard of this brand before. Obviously some sort of Asian knockoff type thing, but for what it delivers, oh boy. This is a speaker that you can take with you to the beach, to the lake, to any type of sporting event, whatever, and listen to audio for, again, 6, 7, 8 hours if you're turning it up, or even up to 10 if you have it at 50% volume. Even at 50% volume, it's very loud. Even if you're several yards out away from it, you can still hear this thing. The ability to answer calls if you wanted to. It does have a microphone, and then it uses speakers, so you can answer calls on this thing. NFC, Bluetooth. It's quite a speaker. Now, it's not a Bose, it's not a Sonos. Like, it doesn't have the most amazing sound signature, and it doesn't have excellent battery life, and it's not the lightest weight speaker. But for what it offers for $40, I don't think you can beat it. So, do I recommend it? Absolutely. If you're looking for a affordable Bluetooth speaker that's rugged, waterproof, and you can take wherever, whenever you want, go ahead and check out the Aomais Sport 2. Link's in the description down below. So yeah guys, that's been my review of the Aomais Sport 2, a waterproof Bluetooth speaker that I absolutely recommend. Let me know in the comment box down below, what did you think of my review? Have you checked out one of these before? Do you have any competitors' products that you would recommend me checking out as competition with this thing? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment box down below. As always guys, thanks for watching. Remember to check out the last video I did right here. Hit that like and subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my unboxings, reviews, or anything